Hey y'all, welcome back to another installment of I Love You Black Man with all of the things. See, I'm already fucking up again. It's been a while. It's gonna take me a couple episodes to remember what the hell I'm supposed to say. Mind your business, okay? But anyway, I volunteered another one of my friends, one of my closest beloveds, to join me, and it is Darian. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Listen,
Pleasure to be
so
here.
I'm just so excited because okay, so basically, I don't know if y'all have picked up yet that me and a lot of the people that I bring on this show, we talk a lot and we talk about a lot of deep stuff, and I could be on the phone for hours with these people. But yeah, so D, I hope you're ready
I'm
because
not, but let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get crazy.
so So again, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, I volunteered them to come and do this. I kind of asked, but then I'm like, hey, I need you to do the thing, so come with me. Thank you very much. But I also don't give them the questions, so that's why they say they're never ready. But they don't be that bad. They simple-ish. So with that being said,
Here we go.
the first question is, what did you learn about being a black man?
Um, Ooh, that's so low. That's a loaded one. Jeez. Um, what have I? Because I'm still learning. But what have I learned so far
Hmm.
is the quick. I'm gonna say the quick thing that comes to my head is forgiveness. Because I see how much bitterness destroys our community, people in general, but specifically our community. Then more specifically, black men is learning to every fight is not yours, and even when the fight is yours, it doesn't have to be as hostile as it can be or it has been.
Ooh, we only a minute in and you already dropping gems. What is happening here?
I'm firing on all cylinders today.
All the cylinders, okay? Okay. Those are good.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Ooh. All right. So with that forgiveness that you learned, how do you feel that that's changed you today? Like how do you feel like that's made it better for you today?
Well, I'll say, speaking. This is blunt. So, of course, me not forgiving and holding on to anger is what caused a lot of issues for me, especially like the biggest one, me being in the hospital for
Hmm.
spending a little week and a half trip in the hospital because I was holding on to anger. I'm a stroke survivor, 5 years now, but yeah, that was my biggest thing was realizing hate only consumes the host, and like that's like something I've heard long time ago, but I never something that it didn't apply to me until it applied to me, and it's like now it's like
Yeah.
fuck, like that's what I always think of like when my quick because anger is such a quick emotion. It's easy to
Hmm.
be angry, but
Yeah.
it's it takes time, it takes patience, it takes understanding yourself to get to that root. Like, what is this anger trying to tell me? Or why am I
Right.
actually angry?
Oh, that's so good. You're right. And what you mean week in the hospital?
When I
Maybe
had a stroke.
I was gonna say, because I was like, you better not be telling me of a different occurrence, because I
No,
know
no,
about
no, no,
that
no.
one.
This, no, no, no.
Oh,
This, yeah. I forgot this is. So yeah, 5 years ago, I suffered a stroke, which had me in the hospital for, like I said, a little shy of 2 weeks. Where like, not only did I have to learn like the basics of like walking and just like memory retention, it was like I always look for collateral beauty in things. So it was
oof.
yeah, this might get a little emotional, but yeah, it was. Yeah, so I guess it was me really relearning myself, and it was scary at first because I'm a stickler for memories. Like that's my they say memories is our most beautiful or painful blessing, or however that little quote goes. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
when I couldn't retain things that all my friends were telling me, and I was like, it was bothering me because I'm like they're having these intimate moments with me, and I have no idea what they're talking about. Like I have
Yeah.
no clue. So it took me to like understand like yeah, like I can't be who I was before the hospital prior to the stroke, and I'm not supposed to be. And I need to stop holding myself to that standard of who I was and accept who I am and who I'm going to become.
Yeah, that's been the hardest part for me the last 4 years is like mourning the
Yeah,
version of myself I thought I was supposed to be
yeah,
versus like who's showing up today and
yeah.
is the walking, talking. Come on, eyelashes, don't do that. The walking, talking version of myself that I am today. Like I'm a lot different. My makeup, like my DNA makeup of who I am is completely altered
For sure.
on like the things I experience. So I totally understand that.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
No, that's so good. Ugh. Okay.
yeah.
But this is why I love these questions because the answer is different for everybody that I've done it with so far. It's
Mm.
never the same answers. Nobody ever gives me the same thing.
Yeah,
And I love it. I'm never going to get tired of this.
yeah.
Um, so, what's the misconception that you think about being a black man?
Is that we're naturally aggressive. I feel like I feel like it's a facade. Like J Cole, my favorite artist, he said this line that resonates with me. When he be like, "Niggas in the hood are the best actors, acting to something like not smiling." I'm fucking up the lyrics, but he was like, "Niggas in the hood are the best actors, acting tough, just to feel hard." So I feel like that's the misconception is that we have to put on this persona of being like, I don't feel no pain. Only emotion I know is, like love or passion, which is intimacy. But it's like anything else in between that, like that's just dead. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't count. Push that to the back of your head, or find some kind of coping mechanism, be it drugs, be it alcohol, be it
Alcohol,
whatever it is.
sex, yeah,
Yeah,
all
be it
the
whatever your vice is, hold on to that vice. But like to let it out and do shit like that, nah.
yeah. Yeah. And I'm finding, even though I don't mind the video games, I realize that is a vice for a lot of men,
Oh,
especially like Call of Duty or the things where you can actually kill something.
yeah,
I find that that's one of them. And again, I don't mind it because it's not really hurting anybody. Um, I just think everything in moderation should be like,
yeah,
be paid attention to. I think that's good though.
yeah.
Um,
Like
hmm.
I'm such a cerebral person. So like even in my day to day activities, I look into the why of it. Like even like when I used to zone it, because like games was like a good quick escape for me. And I was looking like why, like what is it that I'm avoiding? And then like now I'm learning to
Mm,
process them, even if it's a uncomfortable feeling, like be it vulnerability or heartbreak, whatever it is. Like it's like I'd rather sit here and be like, fuck it. Like, if it takes a day, a week, a year, like, let me get through this. Then instead of constantly keep having this trigger, like something that's literally holding me back from being my true self.
yeah, that's fair. That's actually really smart too. Um, hmm. I will say though, my vices sometimes. Well, I got rid of one vice,
What was your
uh,
butt?
sex,
Yeah,
and sleep is still a vice for me. Like if I'm stressed out or if I'm just not, I go to sleep.
yeah.
I have no problems going to sleep. But
Yeah.
you just said something and it made me think of something, and it just really left my brain. Mm, mm.
It'll come back to you. Boomerang. It's gonna come
It
back.
won't. It's gone. It is gone. You said something and it's really making me angry because I should remember. Mm. Yep, it's gone. I don't even remember what you said. So, um, hmm. What is the one thing you've had to unlearn?
The one thing I had to unlearn that every battle isn't mine. Like it's okay with just saying fuck it and like literally just letting it go. Like every fight is not mine. even if I'm not the initiator in the fight, and I'm getting aggravated into a fight, it's not mine. So I think that's the one thing I've learned. I was always been a person that never pick and choose my battles. I was like, fuck it. Like if it's a battle, it doesn't even mean like physically, like whatever it is, it's like I'll meet it head on. And then now I'm giving myself more grace and realizing like every battle is not mine. Like if that's how you feel or whatever the situation is, and that's fine. And I'm gonna say my piece, and then I'm gonna have my piece.
I'm even worse than that. Sometimes I just won't say shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I just had an incident at work last week where they absolutely played in my face, and I was getting fussed at because they felt like the older ladies that I kind of look up to and talk to about stuff. They was like, "That was the time for you to have said something." I was like, because it's either I'm going to say something or I'm taking it to hell. And the way I was feeling about it because of how it was done, I'm taking it to hell. So it's best for me to say nothing than to try and fight and defend myself with people who have already made their opinion about me in the first place. So what do I look like trying to fight a battle for
yep,
something that's not even worth the battle? Like, I'm worse.
yep,
I've gotten a lot worse with that. I don't think that's worse, but I think because I know myself and where I am, I'm still highly, very sensitive. I don't have a middle ground. So it's either I'm taking it to hell or I'm going to be able to actually say my piece in a
peaceful.
godly-ish way.
Yeah, peaceful manner. Yeah, for sure, for
There's
sure.
no in between. There's
Yeah.
no nice, nasty. There's no, because you remember I had a nice middle ground.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Real nice. It's gone.
yeah,
Gone. It does not exist.
yeah,
I don't know the difference. So because I know I'm highly sensitive right now in where I am in myself, I
yeah,
was like, nah, sis, we can't address everything because
yeah,
I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Because where
yep,
I'm at right now, I'm showing up for me. Fuck
yep,
your feelings. Your
yeah,
feelings mean nothing to me right now. Now that sounds crazy coming from a therapist because my job is to care about people's feelings. But when I'm
yeah,
not on the clock, fuck your feelings.
yeah, 100%.
Straight like that.
Yeah,
Like I can't handle anybody else's but mine.
yeah,
So no, that's a good one. And I love that you're able to say your piece.
yeah,
I'll get back to it one day.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely it's a learning process. And you have to just be realistic with yourself. I've had years and years of practice of it. With friendships or family members, but yeah, it's definitely a learning process.
Listen, I think I realized because we've had this conversation before where it's just kind of been like, what do you do in those moments where you really feel like you want to say something?
Yeah,
Like, is it really worth you saying something, or is it just best to say nothing?
yeah.
And and why does it have to be one or the other? Why does it have to be all or nothing? And oh, hey, I do remember what I was about to say.
Hmm?
Oh, it did come back. Look at
Hey,
God.
hey, boomerang! I
Normally it
told you,
don't come
boomerang,
back.
boomerang, boomerang.
So normally it don't come back. Once it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
do about it. But how do you how are you able to be okay with not when you don't know the why?
I and this is again, this is not this is practice. This has been practice. It's because I accept that I'm not supposed to know the why.
Mm,
Yeah, and then, again, this is not something like, oh, I've been thought. No, like this has been practice, and it caused, of course, like it causes me a lot of frustration. It used to cause me a lot of frustration, but now I accept like I'm not supposed. Some things I'm not supposed to know the why. No matter how deeply I feel like I need to know it. I'm not supposed to, and I let that shit go.
that's what used to fuck me up a lot.
Yeah,
Like my biggest problem was like even with us sometimes I was just like, well, why
yeah,
me, why why didn't that work for me, why did not, that's just an example of a question, but like, or with the situation that completely broke me, I was just like, why me,
yep,
why why me? What did I do to you? What did I do? Why did it have to be me?
Yep.
God, why me?
Yep.
God, why is this happening this way? Or why?
Yeah.
And I had to get to a place where I just had to give up the why. Like now I don't even question the why.
Yep.
I don't even try to find a why in any situation. It's just the shit happened.
Yep.
It was supposed to happen.
Yep.
Now what's the lesson?
Yep. Yep. That's exactly how I am now. This is I said you could drive yourself insane chasing the why. Then it's like, well, let's say not instead of saying why me, say try me. And I like that. That's just my mentality. It's like, all right, if this is the shit I'm gonna have to endure, then try me. Like I'll show you my resilience. I'll show you that I am unbreakable.
But I hate that. I
Oh,
hate
it's
having to
fucking tough.
always be.
It's fucking tough. It's tough. Like I said, it's
Like
not.
I am so tired of hearing, Ariel, you're so strong. Ariel, you can handle it. Ariel, you're resilient. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I am fragile as shit. And I want everybody to realize that.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to be like, yeah, I could do this. In this state of my mind, like, yes, I know I can. I know I'm going to. But sometimes I just want somebody to pick me up.
Yep.
I don't want to have to say, hey, I'm weary. Hey, I'm
Yep.
tired. Like that's just hard.
Yeah.
Like it's not, I don't want to have to say that. But I am in a space where God is forcing me
Yeah.
to be that vulnerable with people. And baby, I've been getting fussed at because all my friends, well, my closest ones that I talk to more so than often, they're like, you never told anybody what you're going through and you don't allow people to be there to help you. And I'm just thinking to myself, but what am I supposed to say? By the time I get to a place where I want to talk about it, I'm already like,
Yep.
God take over. Like what coming to you gonna do?
Yep.
What is it gonna change?
Yeah. That's me. That's me. Like
And I'm
people.
like,
Yeah, I used to get that so often, like especially like dating, and like we have all these deep conversations about I don't know shit about you. I'm just like, it's not intentional. Like I'm hiding myself, but it's just like I handle my problems like by myself, and if I bring it to the forefront, it's like I'm already done with it. I'm just ready to hear your opinion on it. Like, oh, okay, cool.
yeah,
Maybe
and it's
next
not
time.
necessarily the opinion of it, but like I want you to know that I'm going through something. Like, yeah, I'm on the mend of it, but at the moment, like it wasn't something that was ready to be because I didn't even know
Yeah,
what was going on. So I can't come to you and I don't know what it is.
yeah,
So yeah, I definitely try to respect their thought process behind it because I
yeah,
do understand that I do always leave space for other people.
yeah,
And it can seem as if I don't allow others to create space for me. But the fact that you let me come tell you about it is enough for me. Like,
yeah. Same.
I don't, unless I absolutely need you in that moment, like,
Yeah. Just
I
me
just
getting my
don't.
shit off. Yeah, me getting my shit off is enough. Like I'm not looking for like advice. And I just let me just physically say this to another human. That's it.
Because sometimes I just need to hear it out loud.
Yep.
And I'm like, God, sometimes I'll be like, God, reveal it to me. And I will walk around and then when I finally tell it to you, because I'm like, I still haven't gone into details of like what type of dark place I've been in for 4 years. Like I just didn't tell nobody. Like
Yeah.
I was like, people were upset with me because I was like, yeah, no, I've been going through it, and they were just like, well, you didn't. What am I going to tell you? What can you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not the type of person that's going to sit down and woe is me, or
Yep.
I went through that like for probably like 8 months, and then I have a therapist. So if
Yeah.
God therapist, then what?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Like,
kind of like I have I have a therapist.
Yeah.
So I'm able to be and have an objective soundboard. Because can you imagine how hard it is talking to somebody who has all the opinions in the world sometimes?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't need the opinions right now.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
I don't need anything to sway my decisions or to make my emotions bigger than they need to be.
Yep.
And we can do that to each other. So, yeah, no, like I was wondering, because you said that, and that's what made me um, think about like the fact that you said you search for the why, and I'm like, I don't hear a lot of people say that like I do. So I just really be wondering how it was trying to get to the why, because I genuinely realized we just don't
Yeah.
like need to fight that. That's another battle. I was like, that ain't for me.
Yeah.
Like that's not for me to really worry about or to stress over.
Yep. Yep.
So okay, well, um, okay. What is one thing you want Black women in your life to know?
Black women in my life to know.
Hmm.
Um. That sheesh.
Shout out to my bestie Justin for that question.
Yeah. That's deep. That like, cause like we were just discussing, like when it comes to like, for me, when it comes to like big emotions or something like I'm going through, like just your presence is enough. Like
Mm,
if I allow you in my life, like just your presence is enough. And I even though I may not say, it may feel like I'm not saying enough to you, but just your presence is enough for me. Like it's literally enough. Like it means a lot to me.
yeah, you say that a lot.
Yeah.
That is like, I think, how long have we known each other? 10 years?
Don't say that, nigga. 10 years? No, yeah, like shit, yeah. Damn, yeah, that is crazy. Time waits for nobody. That is crazy as
Wait for
fuck. I
nobody.
never said it out loud. That is insane. Yeah, for
I
sure.
was like, yeah, we are 10 years in. And I was like, you said that to me for 10 years.
Yeah,
Like, yeah. And for me, I'm really appreciative because I know we just don't talk a lot. But when we do,
we gonna talk, and we gonna talk about some shit, and it's gonna be a day's worth of conversation. We gonna talk for 24 hours. Matter of fact, last time we was FaceTiming when you were going to like with the baby shower or something.
was it
You
the
were going.
baby shower?
You were going to some. It was a celebration of
It
something.
was a housewarming.
A housewarming. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
I haven't been to the baby shower in a minute. Praise the Lord. But yes, it was a housewarming. And I think we spoke for like a couple hours before it. And then we talked for hours after it.
Yeah. I was looking at the my call log, and I was like, damn, like it didn't feel like it. And I'm like, damn, this is like adding up. This is like 7.5 fucking hours worth, and it's not silent. It's conversation. I was like, oh
We don't
shit.
really have any dead moments ever.
Yeah.
Um, it's never one of those where I have to like pull conversation out of you or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like I got some cool ass friends.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, I love that I do have such a variety of friends. I'm the girl that has more guy friends than girlfriends. That's just me.
Yeah.
So, and that's always been me. So that's why I love this series because sometimes I don't talk to you about this kind of stuff, but so I'm gonna tell a little brief story about us. Okay, so our crew thought we were like, this is how crazy we are. We're talking about stuff. This is what we mean. So we were at Honda Battle of the Bands. I don't remember what year it was.
Yeah.
And first of all, D tried to play me because he thought I couldn't drink.
Oh yeah,
He was
yeah.
trying to
Because
play with my face. And
everybody says that shit, so it's like, all right, like, because we were fucking getting thrown. So I was like, everybody say that shit that they can drink until it's time to fucking drink.
and then he met me and he stopped drinking and I kept drinking. So he was like, so we were in the bathroom, door
Oh
closed,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
talking. I don't even remember what time we were in that bathroom.
No.
But when I say we were in there, literally, we weren't even close or touching each other.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we had so much space in between, but we were literally just sitting there talking,
yeah.
and that was it. And I
Yeah.
was like, "Y'all making it awkward." We were like,
What
"What
the
the
fuck is
fuck?
what's
What do
happening out
you mean?"
there? Like, what y'all talking about?
I was like, "Did y'all need to use the bathroom? Because we forgot that we were just sitting here talking, drunk as
Legit
hell,
in
having
our own world.
philosophical conversations. Like it's always been." Deep as fuck for I
Yeah.
don't even know how we get to these deep ass conversations. But I also don't understand when you said women be like, oh, they don't know you that well. I was like, so were you listening or were you just talking?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you get to know a person by what they say, how they feel, how they believe. And I'm like,
Yep.
you don't know him? That's confusing then. Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so what is one thing you would tell your younger self?
Whoa, almost got me. Ew, that was an emotional one. That was almost got me. Mm. Um, I would say, I would tell him that it's okay to not be okay. Like what you were going through, you didn't deserve, and you should
Mm-hmm.
have allowed yourself to be in that emotional situation, allow the feeling instead of just being like, no, I'm gonna get past it, but like, I don't need to feel this right now. Like I'll get to that fucking emotion, those emotions later. No, I should have been like, it's okay to not be okay. You have every justification to feel exactly how you're feeling, so feel it. And I think that damn sure would have what I told myself because that would have saved me a lot of shit. But like I said, I was just too stubborn, of course. I just didn't want to listen to my internal thoughts. I was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, but also a lot of y'all don't get a safe space to be that.
Yeah,
You have to be strong and
yeah,
all this other stuff. So
yep,
it wasn't his fault.
yeah,
So okay, you ready for the last question?
yeah,
This one is you can make it as shallow as you want. You can make it as deep as you want.
yeah.
This is why it's the last question.
Okay.
What do you love about Black women?
Everything. And I can elaborate forever, but literally, like the only race that I'm attracted to, and I don't mean just like on a sexual basis, but I just mean like in every aspect is black women. Like I worship the ground y'all walk on because like my biggest hero is my mom, and my mom is like my epitome of what a black woman is. So like even the friendships that I garnish, I realize now that I'm 33, I could like dissect my relationships with my female friends. I'm like, oh, I can see the aspects of my mom in them. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not like on some nurturing like
Weird,
baby in me, but
yeah.
it's like no, like I see those qualities. So like what I love about black women, and I know it gets taken out of context, especially with all these podcasts and shit like that. But it's the resilience. I don't mean like because you'll have to endure shit, but it's like that y'all are the shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing there's nothing that y'all cannot do. Like no, even when it seems impossible, there's always if there's a will for y'all, like y'all, there's a damn sure way, and I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it every time.
Yeah, I love it, but I hate it.
For sure. Yeah.
It's not something I love to hear, but I get it. It's just, it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do, even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, see, you made it.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
They were simple-ish.
Yeah. For sure.
Simple,
I loved it. I loved
simple-ish.
it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.
Well, I didn't say nothing super crazy this time. The last episode, I definitely told them to argue about it in the comments because I said what I had said. Um, but of course, as always, leave your thoughts, comments, and like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I
Give
said,
all the love.
please, and like I said, we still figuring out the podcast thingy when we're coming back, what we're gonna do. Life is just lifing for all three of us right now, and we're passing each other. Um, like Channy's out of town, and me and Q we're working, and it's just a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. And this has been another episode of I Love You Black Men. D, you already know. I
Of
love
course.
you. I
I
see
love
you.
you. I love you too.
And I appreciate you for doing this.
Yeah, anytime, yo, literally.
But anyway, until next time, stay black, stay beautiful, stay humble.
Peace.
Bye.